Hello viewers, welcome to Certified Business Solutions, where we discuss business-related matters and give advice to business. I will be your host, Lucy Maina, and with me is Dr. Kamau. Yesterday, we received an inquiry from a prospective client for Certified Business Solutions on whether she should pay VAT based on a receipt she had been given from a supermarket. How are you, Dr. Kamau?
I am fine. Thank you very much.
Yes, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Yesterday, one of our clients called us. She wanted to inquire whether she should pay for VAT from a receipt, based on a receipt she had received from the supermarket.
Yes.
What would you advise her?
If I get it correctly,
Yes.
she went to the supermarket.
Yes.
She had gone to buy some items.
Yes.
Then at the end of the day, she was given a receipt.
Yes.
And that receipt had a VAT element on it.
Yes, yes.
So the question is whether she should file VAT returns
Yes.
because of that transaction.
That is true.
Wonderful. It is a yes, and it is also a no.
Okay.
It is a yes,
Yes.
depending with what kind of transaction it was, and for what purpose was she making that purchase.
Okay.
If the items she was buying were supposed to help her do her business,
Yes.
which at the end of the day now we refer to that as a business expense,
Yes.
then she may be required to file for VAT.
Okay.
But if she was doing a purchase for personal consumption,
Yes.
maybe for her house,
Yes.
not for her business, then for that one she will not be required to file any VAT returns, because in that case she will be the end user.
She will be the end user.
She will be the end user.
Okay.
But if that expense is a business expense,
Yes.
then it is considered that and assumed that, those items that she bought, she will use it in the process of rendering the services that she offers to her customers, or preparing the goods that at the end of the day she sells to her customers. And therefore that one will be considered as a business expense.
Okay.
And when it is a business expense,
Yes.
now she will claim it from KRA as an input VAT tax. But before we go there,
Yes.
before she can even claim it as an input VAT tax,
Yes.
she needs to be registered by KRA for VAT, as a person who deals with VAT services.
Okay.
Now, for someone to qualify, whenever you register for a KRA PIN,
Yes.
it comes with one obligation.
One
main obligation.
Yes.
Every PIN
Yes.
that is registered, that is issued by KRA,
Yes.
is registered for income tax obligation.
Yes, yes.
Whether it is a company or whether it is an individual.
Okay.
But now,
Yes.
depending with what use you want to make with the PIN,
Yes.
then you might apply for other obligations. Other obligations that you can add on your KRA PIN are VAT obligation.
Yes.
So you apply to KRA saying that, yes, I have a PIN for my business, and I will be using it because my business will be offering valuable services and goods, then it's good that you also add this obligation to my company PIN.
Okay.
The trader can also decide to say that since my company has employees and I will be using the company PIN to file for pay-as-you-earn returns for my employees, so you request the KRA to also add an obligation for VAT, for pay-as-you-earn. And any other tax that you feel you will be using your PIN to file returns to KRA.
Now that you're talking about company PIN,
Yes.
I know that there are some people who trade with their personal PIN.
Yes.
What about that?
Yes.
Personal PIN.
If you choose to use your personal PIN to do business with, it is still okay for you to register it for VAT obligation.
Okay.
Or any other obligation that you need to register it for, whether it is for pay-as-you-earn.
Conducting those services.
As long as you are conducting those services.
Yeah.
But the professional way of doing it is to separate business from personal
PIN.
From personal uses.
Okay,
so
okay.
For business purposes,
Yes.
you don't engage your personal PIN. It's good that you register a specific PIN
for that
business,
yes.
so that every other time you transact business transactions, then you'll be using the business PIN.
Oh, not the personal PIN.
Not the personal PIN.
Okay.
Because sometimes things might get complicated.
Yes.
And KRA suspends your PIN.
Yes.
And if KRA suspends your personal PIN,
yes.
then there are so many services that you may not be able to access.
Okay.
Including, for instance, you want to run for a political position,
yes.
or you want to seek employment from the government,
yes.
or these big incorporations,
yes.
and they are asking that you must submit to them
yes.
a tax compliance certificate.
No, when it is suspended, you cannot get the tax compliance certificate.
You cannot get a tax compliance certificate.
Okay.
So that's why it is very good to separate business transactions from personal transactions.
Okay.
If the KRA PIN for the business is suspended,
yes.
it is for the business that is suspended,
yes.
but your personal PIN
yeah.
will still be active.
Okay.
In case you need tax compliance certificate for your personal PIN,
yes.
you will still get it.
Okay.
But I find people,
yes.
they don't apply for a business PIN,
yes.
and they overload their personal PIN
okay.
to do for many to register for many obligations with KRA.
Okay, which is not advisable.
Which is not advisable.
Yes.
Which is not advisable. So for this person,
yeah.
it depends whether this particular person
yeah.
who went to the supermarket. The question is, was it so? What if now I was the one answering that question? If I had the opportunity
yes.
to have a conversation like this one with her or
yes.
him,
yes.
I would ask whether that transaction was a business expense
yes.
or it was a personal expense.
Personal expense.
If it was a business expense,
yes.
then the second question would be, are you registered for VAT?
Yes.
Because not all businesses are registered for VAT. So if this business is registered for VAT,
yes.
then we would recommend and advise
yeah.
that he uses that VAT that has been that VAT amount
yes.
that is appearing on the supermarket receipt
yes.
to file for her VAT returns.
Okay.
VAT returns are filed on 20th of every month.
Okay.
So for her, if that transaction, she did it in the course of this month,
yes.
she's supposed to declare
yes.
and inform KRA about it
yes.
by 20th of the following month.
Okay.
And the way you do it is that now, because she bought, it was a purchase to her
yes.
for her business, those are purchases, and purchases attract something that is called the input VAT tax.
Okay.
So whenever she's paying rent for her business premises, she pays a VAT element to the landlord.
So rent plus VAT.
Rent plus VAT.
Okay.
Assuming rent is 10,000.
Yes.
So what she pays to the landlord is 10,000 plus 1,600.
16% VAT.
Because 16% of 10,000
yeah.
is 1,600. So he pays 11,600.
Okay.
So whenever he uses the car
yes.
for business purposes
yeah.
and the fuel
yes.
and fuels the car
for business purposes,
yes,
yes.
if it is for personal purposes, then you don't claim VAT
yeah.
on items that you have bought for personal consumption.
Okay.
So assuming again that at the end of by the end of the month,
yes.
she has consumed fuel or fuel of 10,000.
Yes.
So 10,000, the VAT element that is in that 10,000
yes.
is 800.
Okay.
Because unlike other items and services,
yes.
petroleum and petroleum products,
yes.
the VAT rate for those
yeah.
is 8%.
8%.
And not 16%.
16%. Okay.
A few years ago,
yes.
petroleum and fuel was not charged for VAT.
Okay.
But it came a point that IMF gave an ultimatum to the government of Kenya that for us, for the government to be able to collect more taxes, to be able to repay the debt that it owes IMF,
yes.
then we needed to start charging more taxes to the Kenyan citizens. And that's how the VAT on petroleum and petroleum products was introduced.
Okay.
But now the government thought it wise not to put it at 16%, but 8%.
Okay.
So this person has paid rent plus VAT, fuel plus VAT.
Yes.
So that for rent we said it is 1,600.
Yes.
And for fuel it is 800. So that's a total of 2,400. That is input VAT tax. So when he makes sales, and assuming that he's dealing with vertible services or goods, so assuming he sells something at 20,000, when he sells something at 20,000, he is supposed to charge VAT on top of his selling price. So at the end of
when making sales, you charge the sales
plus
VAT,
which is 16%.
Yes.
So assuming it is 20,000, 16% of 20,000 is 3,200. So he will bill his customer 23,200. And the 3,200 is the element for VAT.
Okay.
That's for him is referred as output VAT tax.
Okay, output VAT tax.
Yes, VAT. And that's what he's supposed to pay to KRA. But now he will say instead of paying the 3,200 to KRA and give to KRA, then on the other hand apply to KRA to refund him the 2,400 that he had paid when he was paying for his purchases, it will be a very long process. So it is easier that he tells KRA, yes, I'm supposed to pay you 3,200. But again, when I was paying for my purchases, I paid 2,400 to the landlord and also to the fuel attendant, to the petrol station. So I will pay you the balance. So you say that 200 minus 2,400, which is 800. Now this 800 is what now this prospective client who called yesterday should pay to KRA. So the first thing is, was it a business or a personal expense? If it is a personal expense, it ends there. He has no obligation to file any VAT taxes if it was a personal expense. But if it was a business, then it is a yes and it is a no. Because not all businesses again are registered for VAT. So if it is a business, the question is it registered for VAT? Yes. Then if it is yes, then that's when he will go through the process we have explained and pay 800 shillings.
Okay, I get it. Now my other question is, when should one register for VAT?
When should one register for VAT?
And you have said that not all companies are registered for VAT.
Yes.
Why are some registered and some are not registered?
Yes. VAT, first of all, VAT, there are three types of VAT. There's goods and services that are charged at a rate of 16%. And there are goods and services that are charged at a rate of 8%. This is usually fuel, petroleum and petroleum products. They are charged at 8%. And there are those that are charged at 0%.
They are not charged, in short.
They are not charged, but they are still considered vertible services. And there are those that are exempted. No, those ones are not charged. So the person who applies for VAT is a person whose annual sales yearly are more than 5 million.
More than 5 million?
More than 5 million. If you have a hardware business, a supermarket business, or you are doing consulting services, and the total sales that you make in a year is more than 5 million, then automatically you are supposed to register for VAT. But you must be offering vertible services or goods. That's okay. Because as a person who is offering exempted services, goods that are exempted from VAT, he should not register for VAT, even if the sales are more than 5 million.
Because the services
and goods that he is selling are exempted from VAT. But the person who is dealing with goods and services that are zero rated
yes,
should register for VAT and actually must register for VAT if his sales is more than
5 million.
If his sales are more than 5 million
in a year.
So the other person who should register for VAT is a person who is dealing with VATable services.
Okay.
Like all professionals, the services for all professionals are subject to VAT.
Yes.
Whether you are an accountant, whether you are an auditor, whether you are an engineer, whether you are an architect, all those people, they are supposed to charge their fee plus
VAT.
Plus VAT. So the key requirement for someone to register for VAT is, have you met the threshold of 5 million?
5 million
per year in terms of sales. And number 2, are you offering VATable services?
Yes.
And or supplying goods that are VATable?
Yes, yes.
So those are the people that are required to register for VAT.
Yes.
Now, let me explain the difference between a person who is registered, who is offering zero rated services, and a person who is offering goods that are exempted from VAT.
I think before we go there,
okay,
what if you are offering or you are selling, or you are dealing with goods that are VATable, but again the sales for the year do not meet the threshold of 5 million?
Yes, that's a very good question. For me, I feel it is not very clear whether you should follow the requirement that says that your sales must be more than 5 million in a year for you to qualify to register for VAT.
Yes.
But actually what KRA says is that if your sales are more than 5 million in a year, then you automatically qualify for registration of VAT obligation on your PIN.
Yes.
And as long as you are not offering goods and services that are exempt from paying VAT. But if you're offering, if your sales are less than 5 million, then you can voluntarily register for VAT.
Okay. There's that option for voluntarily registering.
Yes, but also there's this condition that says as long as you're offering VATable services, you need to pay for VAT.
So you need to register.
You need to register.
As long as you're offering them?
Yes, VATable services.
Okay.
Because if you don't register, then you will not be allowed by KRA or by law to offer those services. Because these services, they require someone to be registered for VAT.
Okay. All right. Now we can go to that one for...
Yes, the question about the difference between a person, a trader who is dealing with VAT exempt goods and services, and a trader who is dealing with goods which are zero rated.
Yes.
Now, if you are dealing with the goods that are zero rated, what you don't have is you don't have output VAT tax.
Okay.
Because whenever you are selling to your clients, remember we said if you remember that person who made sales of 20,000 and they charged VAT of 16% of 20,000, which is 3,200, and at the end of the day, asked the KRA to refund him 3,200, but we realized he could not be refunded 3,200. No, he was supposed to give 3,200 to KRA because that's output tax.
But she had paid 2,400?
Yes, in form of input VAT tax.
Yeah, I remember.
So now he was supposed to pay the difference between that 200 and 2,400, which was 800.
Yes.
Now, for someone, assuming we are talking about the same person, but now this person is offering zero-rated services.
Yes.
VAT zero-rated services. He is not supposed to charge for VAT. So he just said his services or goods at 20,000. He doesn't charge VAT.
Yes.
But that other one who was dealing with services and goods that attract VAT would now have added 3,200
for VAT. Yes.
But this one is dealing with zero-rated services and goods. So he just sells them at 20,000.
Okay.
And he's not required to pay to KRA because he has not charged for VAT.
Okay.
Up to there we are okay.
Yes.
But now, if he paid rent, when he was paying rent, he paid VAT.
Okay.
when he went to the petrol station, he paid VAT.
Yes.
It's still the 2,400. That's okay? So that one, he is supposed to be refunded by KRA, the whole of it. Yes, because he tell KRA, you know, me, the goods that I'm dealing with, they are not liable to pay, they are zero rated. They are not supposed to pay VAT.
Yes.
So even the purchases that I'm doing, I'm making, I was not supposed to pay VAT on them.
But I was charged.
But I was charged.
I paid, yeah.
Yeah, so refund me.
Does KRA refund?
Yes. If you can prove to KRA that you only deal with zero rated goods and services, then KRA will have no obligation but to pay you.
Okay.
It is very clear.
It is clear.
That's person of dealing with zero rated services.
Yes.
And goods. A person dealing with the goods and services that are exempted from VAT, same story happens. That he offers things of, he has sold items worth 20,000, and he's not allowed by KRA to charge VAT.
Yeah.
Because he's dealing with goods and services that are exempted from VAT. But now this is the main difference. This person is not allowed by KRA to claim input tax. You remember the one for zero rated would apply to KRA to be refunded. Yes, but when you are dealing with exempted services, you don't have, you loses the right to claim for input tax.
Yes.
So that's the difference.
Okay. Okay.
So it's better.
Yes.
It's better to deal from the trader's perspective.
Yeah.
It's better when you are dealing with goods and services that are zero rated. Because whatever the VAT that you pay, you get refunded by the government.
Okay.
But this, when you are dealing with the goods and services that are exempted, you still pay the input tax when you are paying for your purchases.
Yes.
But the government does not allow you to claim that.
Okay. I get it. Oh, that's fine. Now, KRA has introduced an automated
value-added
yes
system.
Does it make work easier, or what's the
Yes, it's called the value-added automated system. Value-added tax automated system. It's called VAA.
Yes.
Value-added tax automated system. Now, you remember when we are talking about input tax and output tax?
Yes.
That one, it has to, if it is a company, it is, output tax is about the sales of that company. And input VAT tax is about the purchases of this particular company. So at the end of the year, at the end of the month, this particular business is supposed to file VAT returns to KRA.
Yes.
So assuming the person who gave out, the person who sold, who made sales of 20,000 and was registered for VAT. So at the end of the month, the 20,000 represent now his sales, and he charged for VAT. So at the end of the month, what he will do, he will, when he's filing for VAT, he will say that I have output tax amounting to 3,200. And that's because he sold goods or services worth 20,000 to his customers.
Okay.
That's okay.
Yes.
So assuming his customers, instead of claiming, instead of declaring a purchase of 20,000, they declare a purchase of 21,000 for one reason or the other.
An error.
Yes, maybe he made an error. So there's a mismatch. KRA system will see this, the supplier, the seller, is saying that he sold things worth 20,000, but the purchaser is saying that he bought things worth 21,000. Then there's a mismatch. And the KRA system is wired in a way that it should detect those kind of errors.
Okay.
And actually the most common error, you remember the sales that we are talking about is 20,000? Then you add VAT element, 3,200, it comes to 23,200. That is according to the seller. So the purchaser, if he's not very, he may not be very keen and forgets or confuses whether the 23,200 was VAT inclusive or was VAT exclusive. Of course, now this 23,600 was VAT inclusive. So the purchaser might think it was VAT exclusive. So he proceeds to add another 16% on 23,200.
Yes.
He gets something like 26,000. So that's where now the VA, the value added tax automated system will now detect an inconsistency.
Okay.
So an inconsistency happens when the sales declared by the seller does not match the amount declared by the purchaser.
Okay.
When the purchaser is claiming for the input tax, VAT tax, and when the seller is reporting the output VAT tax to KRA.
So for viewers, we are taking a short water break. Watch out for part 2 in our next episode.